Want your car's power to come from here and not here? Well, then you'll get amped up over the Nissan Leaf. Retailing for around 26 grand after a $7,500 federal tax credit. It's the first affordable mainstream car that's purely electric.
You know, the general feeling is there's a lot of interest in being electric and zero emission.
Its biggest competitor these days is the Chevrolet Volt.
In ideal traffic and weather conditions, using a very light throttle foot, the claimed range of the all-electric Leaf is 100 miles versus 40 for the Volt. However, the Chevy has an onboard gas-powered generator that will never leave you stranded. At the end of the Leaf's range, you've got to charge up.
It takes 7 hours on 220 current, the kind your dryer uses. On regular 110, that rises to 21 hours, so installing a 220 unit is important. In real-world driving, I'm seeing 75 miles per charge. Almost looks like there's a gas engine here, but it's a 107 horsepower electric motor. Batteries are mounted in the floor. Music replaces the familiar engine turnover. The same composer warns pedestrians you're silently skulking around. Horsepower may be low, but 207 foot-pounds of electric motor torque is satisfying. 0 to 60 in 9.5 seconds is about the same as a Prius, feels faster though.
The great thing about the Leaf is it feels like you're driving a regular car, not a golf cart. The big difference, of course, is that there's no gasoline engine sound, just the occasional high-pitched whine from the motor.
Coasting or braking helps to charge the lithium-ion battery. At speed, the cabin is fairly quiet. Steering is pretty numb, but the low center of gravity makes cornering fun. Leaf easily cruises at realistic highway speeds, but the faster it goes, the shorter the range.
You certainly have to be a little bit more sensitive about your range. We like to call it range management, not range anxiety. Just like on your cell phone, you have to think about plugging it in. You have to think about plugging in your electric vehicle too. It's part of the responsibility to be more responsible, to think a little bit about charging your car, but we think that that's a small kind of price to pay.
The cabin has a 2-tier instrument panel and a flowing Zen-like motif. Choose any color as long as it's this one. Plastics are hard but look decent. With no engine, the temperature gauge is for the battery. Getting lost is bad for range, so a nav system is standard. A bonus, it can find fast charge stations. Other than an unusual shift mode, controls are quite normal.
We are average-sized guys. I've adjusted the seat for a comfortable driving position. Evil twin. Yo, how you doing back there? It's actually pretty roomy back here. Foot and leg room is not a problem.
Unlike Chevy Volt, Leaf can carry 3 back here, though there's no armrest. Other gripes? The wheel doesn't adjust for reach, and for those with kids, got to wonder how this fabric will look in a year.
It's nice that Leaf doesn't use a drop of gasoline, but it is a car and helpful if it's practical.
Leaf scores as well as an average mid-size sedan in the TP trunk test, 6 packs. Pretty decent. Summing up, Leaf is like driving a car with a 3 or 4 gallon gas tank, one that takes 7 hours to fill. Those who often travel long distances will need a second car. Urban dwellers with the means to install a home charger could find this vehicle perfect.
It's the feeling of kind of contributing to a little bit better environment that we live in. There's no tailpipe, no gas in, no gas out. And it's really a liberating feeling for a lot of people to drive the car.
Clean and quiet. The Nissan Leaf makes new technology feel remarkably familiar.
That's my opinion on the 100% electric Nissan Leaf. If you want to see a much longer version of this video, go to drivencarreviews.com. There's also pieces on the Chevy Volt, Mitsubishi i-MiEV, and Tesla Roadster. All things electric. Check it out. I'm Tom Voelk.